What is going on? Everybody, this is Striker welcoming you to episode number 171 of my Minecraft Let's Play, guys. Now, I have been doing a lot of work, so before we get to all of this stuff that's in here, I don't know if you saw it real quick, let me show you what I did in the Nether, okay? So I'm going to take you into the Nether, show you what I've done in that facet, and then we will come back and I will show you a bunch of work that I did in the mall today. So I was basically listening to, well, half listening to, the Panthers play the Saints in Thursday Night Football on Twitter because they stream games free there. So I watch them every now and again, and to be completely honest with you, it was a pretty boring game, so I ended up giving up for the most part and just kind of chilling and playing some Minecraft. So let me show you what's different in here first. Stupid blaze. I just don't want to get shot. Bam! Okay. So, still the same business applies. We're trying to get those wither skeletons to be spawning in here, right? So, I ended up clearing out a ton of room in here. There were a bunch of little, like, half walls and stuff that were in here. Do I have anything left in here? No, okay, I cleared it out. So there were a bunch of, like, half walls and stuff, so I ended up clearing all of that out. And then I went through both directions down through here, and then down through here, and removed all of the torches and everything like that. By the way, this chest, I never actually went through that chest. I found it. It had, there was gold horse armor here, a saddle here, and then a diamond right there. So we got one diamond, a saddle, and some gold horse armor now, so that's pretty great. Add it to the collection. We're, you know, we're always hurting for some saddles and stuff. But we'll continue on this way. Of course, these pigmen are spawning. Nothing is different this... Ooh, skeletons. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, let's go, skeletons. I'll get to it. The work is over there on the left. So let me see if I can tackle this one at a time. Oh, he did that little spin move thing that messes with it. Still no skull. So I ended up coming in here for like an hour and a half trying to get some wither skeleton skulls. Didn't get a single one. Probably killed about 100 of these guys. I think I found out that it's a 5% chance that they have to drop a skull. 5%. And then every level of looting you have increases that by 1%. And I have a looting 3 sword, so it's simple math. They can drop it 7% of the time. That's it. So we're fighting the odds. We gotta get 3 more of those skulls because I want at least 1 beacon. And what else I did up here... Of course, there are none of them up here. Pretty much just filled in this whole area with some netherrack. It was a block I had of abundance, so, you know, it wasn't too hard to track down. That just bounced straight off it. Oh, I'm overshooting. Okay, we're good. We'll just grab this XP while we're in here. What's up, big fella? So yeah, that's unfortunate that we didn't get any spawning up here, but I filled in all of this, and then obviously cleared out a little bit of it, you know, took down like the side rails and stuff. Gave them more blocks that they could potentially spawn on. Haven't gotten any results. I don't even think I've had a wither skeleton spawn up there at all. I think that's just a poor spot for them to spawn. I don't know. I did go back and do a little bit of extra research, and it was just saying, you know, just in the Nether Fortress, and highest concentration would be at the crossroads, like I said, but, you know, no improvement that way. I also came through here and got a bunch of quartz, and I also got a bunch of glowstone, because I was actually out of glowstone entirely. I had some redstone lamps, but otherwise I did not have glowstone, so I think I have about a stack and a half of it or so. So that was only like a 20-minute journey or so. I went through the other Nether Fortress and took out all the torches in there as well. So I'll just keep bouncing between the two every now and again when I've got some free time. That way I can try to find some wither skeleton skulls, potentially. Well, I'd have to find the wither skeletons first and then the skulls. You get the process. So anyways, I don't know if you did take any peek-skidoodles at what was happening here. Let me just go ahead and F3A real fast, get all this loaded in first. So we actually have an update to the music shop, and we now have outlines of our other shops, and a chandelier. So I did put this chandelier up over here on this side. So this is completely done. It is completely symmetrical and identical to this chandelier over here. Same location, same spot for both of them, everything like that. So, yeah. They're looking pretty fancy, you know, doing their thing, lighting up the roof. Actually, that's what I wanted to light up the most, was a roof, because it adds in that extra color. And it also was to light up the top of these lattice, this terrace. Which word do I use? The lattice. The lattice. But because I put the half slabs down on the bottom half of the block, mobs can't spawn up on there, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. So I'll take you around a tour of this bottom area. There were no differences to the bathroom area. It's still the same, just 3 little boxes. This is completely empty because I'm going to have something going this way. Alright, so we've got the wood shop right here. Anything wood related, so obviously there's like fences and trapdoors and fence gates and logs and blocks and slabs and all kinds of stuff, signs. So there's going to be a hodgepodge of all kinds of stuff. And this bottom floor, let me just go up here this way. This bottom floor is not going to be stone. I don't think at all, actually. So let me tour you around each of the shops, and then I'll kind of explain what's going to happen down here on the floor. So this is a wood shop, and then we have the nether shop. It's a pretty small shop. I don't have a whole lot of things from the nether that I need to store. So this will be the nether shop. Then this is the coal and iron shop, because I'm going to turn it kind of like into like a blacksmithing kind of place, which you would forge iron with, you know, lava and coal and stuff like that. So this will be like a blacksmith shop and everything like that, so that'll be super cool. Then we have weapons and tools, as well as our armor. So it's going to be kind of like a department store, so we'll have like display windows with armor stands and stuff like that, with like the different outfits and stuff, and I can even change them to make them seasonal, like greens and reds for Christmas. Once that changes, you can make them all like super white and stuff for like party for New Year's or whatever. We'll figure out a way to make it look pretty cool, but we'll have like displays on both sides, and then you'll be able to go through kind of like a weapon rack and a tool rack. And then obviously I'll have to find a place to put like the enchanted books and torches and minecarts and stuff. But we'll figure it out. That's why I made this shop so darn big. We'll move over this. Oh, this. I moved it forward 1 block. I actually was off in 1 block. I had it here. This is the dead center to get out that way through the top of the dome. So this is where the beacon is going to shoot up from. Let's see, moving forward here. We had a shop here for this one. What did I have here? I don't remember what I had here, but I had something here. I'll figure it out, obviously. So there's going to be a shop here. Then this is going to be a redstone and lapis shop, and I decided to go with kind of a unique kind of opening, integrate it kind of into the other shops. So it's weird, it's goofy, but there's plenty of space in here to put some redstone and some lapis. Then we have all of our rocks, our rock blocks, so like stone brick, stone, andesite, granite, diorite, and all other things, cobblestone, mossy cobble. Sand, glass, and gravel, and I think since I have that extra space, if I can't figure out what I was going to put over there, I'll probably move the glass over there exclusively, like glass and dyes. But this is just, you know, another block storage shop, and then a dirt shop. Basically, it's just going to house a bunch of chests for dirt. I mean, it's dirt. And then same rule as the other side, there's going to be stuff going this way, so that's why this area is open, and like I said, no differences there to the bathroom. So let me make sure that that skeleton was outside and not in here. Yeah, Enderman was outside as well. Can I sleep, or are they too close to the bed? Okay, we can get to sleep in. And ta-da! Okay, so the way that this bottom floor is going to work is it's going to integrate all of the blocks and stuff that are around here through the floor. I don't know how to do that for the tools portion and in the clothing portion, because you can't make leather blocks and stuff like that. So it might just be an extended like coal out in front of here, and whatever was going to go over there. Let me go back through my chests in here. I also got rid of a couple of other chests. So we got a place for nether. Hostile mob drops, that's what I'm going to put over here, because I don't know what else to put over here, so I'm going to turn this into kind of like a flea market kind of deal, and it'll have a bunch of hostile mob drops in it. Tools, buckets, torches, got it. This is going to go across the way, diamonds and emeralds, and obsidian as well. Let's see, iron and coal, and then gold is going to go across the way because it's considered kind of like a jewelry thing. Iron is not. If it were silver it would, but since it's not, it's iron, it'll go down there. Gold will go across. Redstone and lapis, got it. Wood, got it. Armor, got it. And then all of those, we got it. So I don't know what I was going to put over there, so I'll move the glass and dyes. Well, that'll make it easier then. That'll make it better. So we'll have like a bunch of different colored glasses coming out this way, intersecting with like some coal blocks, and there will be some stone. It's not going to be like all completely other blocks. We'll have some nether stuff, so like some nether brick shooting out, and then some nether rack and some quartz blocks, and then wood. We'll have all different kinds of woods kind of just traveling out through here, and because wood is such a unique block, it offers so many different things. So we can have like trap doors that are coming out, we can have all of the different kinds of logs as well as the different wood types. We can have all kinds of things coming up through here through the floor, so that'll integrate probably all the way up through here. And then we've got our dirt, so we'll have some dirt coming out this way. We will have our sand and gravel both shooting out of here, and then our rock blocks aplenty will be shooting out this way, and everything like that. So that's the idea here on the bottom portion of the floor. Hopefully it'll look pretty cool. It'll try to integrate everything together, make it look a little bit more snazzy. Obviously it's going to take a little bit more resources, just because, you know, I'm having to cover up a whole floor. By the way, I did hide some diamonds down there, so we can take a look at that, see if we can put any more onto the sword down here on this bottom floor. And then I will also take you through the music shop, as that is new. Well, it's not new, it has been updated, and I also want to double check to make sure I didn't screw up my redstone circuitry. 1 diamond, that was lame. Oh, that looked like a quad! That looked like a quad. Hold on, we had 5 blocks of diamonds, we got 10 of them, that's 2 per block. That's pretty acceptable, and I was also in dire need of quartz, because I used it over here. So, we'll go ahead and move over this way. As you can see from the front of it, we've got a music note. Ta-da! It's a music note. It is an... Do you know? Do you know what kind of note it is? No? It's an 8th note. Because a quarter note would be just one of these. So it's an 8th note. So this takes up 1 beat. Yeah? Okay? Music? Okay, cool. So let's see if it works still. Yes, it does. Okay, we're good. I don't want to jam the circuit. We're good, we're good. It works. Because I was replacing a lot of blocks that had redstone on top of it, so I didn't want to screw it up. So we got a little bit of a 3D effect kind of going on. I might even bring these out 1 block so it makes 2 columns here. But I kind of like it the way it is. I've got my extra music note blocks. I'll probably change these to all different pitches just so I can run up and start bashing on different pitches. So it's a design of a music note. And then the quartz travels all the way through, and then it travels through here as well. And then we've got the I think this is blue stain. Yeah, this is blue stained clay, and that wraps around and goes through the back of the shop. And because I had the extra blocks sitting around, I've got a bunch of this lime green junk where you can't see. So we're good. All of this, some of this has redstone on top of it, like these 2 blocks I know have redstone on top of it. But here you go. I have an extra note block. We've got some CDs through here, just the ones that we found from the dungeons, because we haven't had any creepers drop. This light is pretty fantastic, because I actually hid the switch on the back side of this block, like, it's back on this block back here. So, that's pretty cool that it would light up that and not mess up my redstone circuitry. And then I do have a jukebox. It took me 1 diamond to create, so that makes me really sad that I had to waste a diamond. And actually, I'm going to rotate this so the slot is the other way. Oh, no, that's how it was, right? Okay, I maybe you can't. Okay, but then I'll have some sort of little mini counter back here, or like even right here at the front, because you'll have to like order all of your CDs across the counter. Secure transactions only, of course. Let's see. This was brought up 1 block. This whole pattern was brought up 1 block, so there isn't that stone brick that goes across the top of all of these. This one is a little bit different. And I also added 2 water streams in here. I like it. It adds another color in here. It makes it a little bit more, I don't know, sacred feeling, you know, because it's supposed to be like the sacred tree. And you do get a sound of kind of like the falling water every now and again, the calming water sensation. In order to do that, I had to put a trapdoor up here, which is hardly noticeable, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. The way that Minecraft works, this takes up a whole block. So it can't flow through this way, and if you're looking in here, you're never going to see it that way, because, you know, you're not looking up. So I have to figure out a way to hide something here in the jewelry shop. That is a real mob. How'd you get in here? Where did you spawn? Hold on. 10, 8, 9, 8. You have to spawn on 7 or lower. Everything should have been over that. 9. Is there a spot inside of here? There it is. Well, I have to figure out some extra lighting, obviously, and like I said, I had an issue with this block over here. So yeah, those are all the changes. We've got a lot of work happening. A lot of things going on for us, you know, things are going well. Obviously, these walls are going to either be extended up one or the ceiling's going to be dropped down, so I got to figure out all of that. But we're making progress. We're moving. We're getting this place done, you know? It's really great when I've got about a 4-hour football game to sit here and just work, you know, in Minecraft. Last night I worked in Minecraft on that place in the Nether for about an hour. So yeah, we're doing plenty of great things, and there's plenty of other great things to happen as well, and because we will be off to other series, there might be a bunch of new changes to show off when this series loops back around, guys. But anyways, that is going to bring us to the end of this episode. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you all next time.